If you think this film is just a survival thriller, that's the mistake we made going in as well.
Exactly. This movie isn't about the crash or survival. It's about control, power, and how fast trust breaks down when desperation sets in. This movie gets uncomfortable fast, and it's not an accident. Let's get into Send Help. If you're new here, I'm Cody.
I'm Holly.
If you're not new, welcome back. We review new releases so you don't waste your time or money, and by the end of this video, you'll know whether this one's worth watching in theaters or not even worth streaming.
Stay till the end for our recommendation and comment section.
What's this movie about? An employee and her boss become stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash and attempt to survive while tensions rise between them. Release date, January 30th, 2026. Stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Runtime 1 hour and 53 minutes, and it's directed by Sam Raimi. He did the original Evil Dead trilogy, which explains why Bruce Campbell has a photograph in the film. So you'll see a little bit of him. Story and pacing. The story was very easy to follow, and it kept our interest 99% of the time, and I mean, we were pretty much hooked. The movie gets going really quickly, but there's a small scene where they're having a pointless conversation on the beach, and we both just got disconnected.
I think they wanted to do the pointless conversation to kind of get like their backstory, but it was, in my opinion, completely unnecessary and it was quite boring.
So boring. Characters and performance. The characters were very believable. They both played their characters well and adapted to the situation and changes that came.
Well, they got two amazing actors to play these parts,
Yes.
So they were amazing throughout the entire film.
Totally.
I was very impressed with them.
Visuals. There was a very grotesque hunting scene that was also kind of awesome, depending on how you look at
Not
it.
kinda. It was awesome, guys. Awesome.
The island was beautiful. It gets pretty bloody and gross in some scenes, and there's pretty good practical effects. Sound and music. The music was done by Danny Elfman, and you can tell.
Yep.
The music was awesome. It was done really well.
Beautiful.
Themes and message. When survival is on the line, power matters more than morality.
That's really well said. Very well said.
Thank you. Emotional reactions. Emotions we experienced were some laughter, tension, fear, embarrassment for Linda by
Yes.
how she was treated in the beginning. You can see that in the trailer. A few scenes of shock, especially what Linda does to Bradley. Holy crap.
Yeah.
You can tell in the trailer that she does something to him, and what she does is absolutely shocking. Direction and writing. The story was creative, and there were several standout scenes in this film. Overall impact. One thing it did really well was building tension through character dynamics instead of spectacle. What I mean by that is the film understands that fear doesn't come from the situation itself, but who has control and how that control shifts. It trusts the audience to sit with discomfort, and that restraint is its biggest strength.
I think most people in this situation would be very scared to be stranded on an island.
100%.
But this situation puts the person terrified to be stranded with that person.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give anything away, but when you watch this film, you'll understand why they would be terrified to be with this person. It's very psychologically, he's going to have to bleep me, but it psychologically with your mind. And to be in that situation with somebody you're not very familiar with, it is a total, what would you say, totally with that person.
I gotta do it twice.
I understand where he's coming from because you're not only on that island that you're not familiar with, but you're with the person that you're not familiar with.
He thinks that he has this power over her, and then he has to, for once in his life, give up power.
Yeah.
One thing that could have been better was vary the pacing in the middle stretch. It just lingers in some parts a beat too long before moving forward. Movies I would compare it to would be 2019's The Platform on Netflix, which also has a sequel. It's a dystopian thriller about a vertical prison where a platform holding food descends daily, and those on the upper level feast, leaving scraps for those below, exposing humanity's greed and potential for solidarity amid scarcity. And 2016's 10 Cloverfield Lane, a psychological thriller set mostly in an underground bunker. It follows a woman who wakes up after a car crash, finding herself confined by a man claiming the outside world has become inhabitable.
That's a really good one, guys.
Final thoughts. Favorite element. I like how the film shows how good she was at survival before they even got on the plane. They show that she read a lot of survival books. She was a big fan of the show Survivor. So she had a lot of skills that came in handy on the show. And he was a pretty boy that knew nothing. So he really felt out of his element. She was the one in control. And you can see that in the trailer where she says, "We're not in the office anymore, Bradley."
So it's almost like their roles flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Least favorite element, just the pointless conversation they had on the beach. It should have been cut from the film. Other than that, the film was superb. Excellent. Recommendation.
If you're new here, we either recommend seeing it in theaters, renting it when it becomes available, or streaming it on one of your platforms when it's available there. But for this one, we are 100% going to say see it in theaters.
Yes.
It's an excellent thriller, and you definitely will not be disappointed, guys.
Nope.
It's very, very good, and it has two really good actors in it. So now we're going to be going on to our comment section. Would you like to ask that question?
What's your favorite thriller?
And there are so many out there, and I did not realize it.
What's yours?
So I'm going to say I really enjoyed the movie called Room. It's a really good psychological thriller. This is one that's inspired by real life events, and I really love movies based on real life events. I really had a hard time choosing just one. I just went with that one. What about you?
The Dark Knight, hands down. I know it's a comic book movie, but it's such a great film. I saw it in IMAX multiple times when it came out on release date. As well as Dark Knight Rises. I own both of them on every format available. Big fan.
He's a big comic book fan, guys.
You don't have to tell him that.
Nerd. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to see us on this awesome couch here. And don't forget, you matter to us.
Thank you, guys. If you want more reviews like this, we post multiple times a week, at least once, right here on this channel.
Bye. Guys.